from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 70 yards.
And they've already clinched the playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago, 16 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Just the first quarter of the tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Joe Schobert came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing is Jackson. They'll fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Already already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Jackson from the shotgun. Out to the flat here for Johnson.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
He'll buy some time right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
A.J. Epinesa
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
And when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets lost 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild-card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But. You're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Mahomes firing complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoffs.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
Room here to run. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 42-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
And Mahomes going to run again.
Yeah, he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Smallwood on the return.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
As the offense takes the field, 0. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry here for Johnson.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Check, check.